Hey guys, it's Jessica, and today I'm going to share with you guys a little bit late my April favorites. And I also have a few products that kind of disappointed me. So let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, it is May, and that means I only have a little bit longer until the school year is over, and that is really exciting. So I'm looking forward to that, and I feel like, I know I've heard from a lot of you guys like, gosh, I feel like you don't upload very much, or, you know, it's been kind of sporadic, and it has been sporadic. I feel like my life right now is really chaotic at school, because it is the end of the year. I mean, if you're not in school, or you all know how it is. You were in school at some point. The end of the year is just a little bit chaotic and really busy. So it's kind of winding down, and I'm so excited for the summer so that I can really get a lot of awesome videos posted for you guys. Let's get into my favorites. So the first one was a surprise one, and I have a lot of drugstore. This is one of the few like higher end ones I'm gonna mention. The rest are pretty much drugstore. This is from Pure Cosmetics, and they send me a lot of their PR products, and I hesitate to show a lot of those to you guys unless I just love them, because I don't want you to feel like I'm ever pushing products just because they were sent to me. Because when a product is sent to me or to any YouTuber, unless it's a specifically sponsored video, we don't have to show it ever. We don't have to do anything with it because it's not a contract. So this one really impressed me. This one is called their Gradient Matte Shimmer Bronzer, and it's called Glow Together. And it's this huge pan, and in it, it's a gradient. The top three little pillows are matte and the bottom three are shimmer. And it's just this perfectly light bronzer if you've got a skin tone anywhere near mine. If you're deeper, this probably wouldn't do much for you. It might even be a highlighter for you. But also I'm gonna swatch the matte and the shimmer for you guys. So there's the matte one and there's the shimmer. They're just so pillow soft, they really are. And they just stay on all day. I actually kind of bronzed up my face today with the matte portion. That's the portion I'm using the most. But I was so impressed with how well it blends in, and also how long it stays on. And it's also just, the packaging is so pretty as well, and the way it's put together. So it's like a win-win-win. And it's tons of product. I mean, there's a lot going for this. I'm just obsessed with it, it's so pretty. But I know it's really expensive. All right, so some drugstore stuff. This, I actually mentioned in my empties video. If it's up, I'll link it below. If it's not, just sit tight, it's coming. This BB cream from the drugstore I really like. It's the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Glow Shears Illuminating Tinted Moisturizer. I might have already mentioned this in a favorites video now that I'm saying it, but I don't mind because it's so good. I'm gonna mention it again. It's an illuminating tinted moisturizer, so it's like a BB cream in that really it's a moisturizer that has a little color. It has SPF of 30. It's an antioxidant blend. It's oil-free. And it just does a great job of not making my skin look crazy slick or really weird. And it's also really great paired with other things. So if you wanted to take a foundation that's really matte and mix it with this, it kind of just adds a lightweight feel to it without completely making it oily or a completely different colored consistency. It's really good at mixing as well. So I've used this in so many ways. I just really, really like it. I'm wearing this shade Fair to Light 20. So it's not, I think there's definitely one, maybe two that are lighter than this. But I love it so much. It really is nice. And it's the perfect thing to throw in like your beach bag or your pool bag, because it does have that SPF in it. You might want a little higher. But it's great because it makes your skin look a little bit more flawless, but it doesn't, I don't want you to get it twisted. It doesn't have a ton of coverage, but it does, here, I'll kind of show you on my hand here. It does add just enough in my opinion. Now, if you've got some severe problems, you see if you can even see it here. It's just so pretty. Just a little bit. Oh. It does have this smell I don't love, kind of a sunscreen type smell. So if that would bother you, you might want to stay away because it is a pretty strong smell. And you get used to it once it's on your face, but it takes about a minute to get used to it because it is a really strong smell. But it's just so pretty. It is illuminating. If you already have really oily skin, I don't think you'll like this. The next favorite is from Wet n Wild, and this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Ombre Blush in the Princess Daiquiris. I can't stop talking about this one either, you guys. It is just, I'm wearing it today. It's just so pretty. I love this because you can't screw it up. If you get a ton on your brush and put it on, it never looks like clown face. And I know some people that's like a turn off. They're like, I want something that's really pigmented and I just need a little bit. But for me, I'm like, honestly, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not that good at makeup. So I feel like I need to like be able to pile a ton on my brush and then put it on, and then I can't really screw it up. I love that about this. And it has that really pretty glow portion to it because the ombre, the light part, really does have a nice shimmer to it. And so it just ends up looking So pretty. I know if you're way deeper than me, it's not gonna show up the same way, obviously, that it shows up on me. But I was just impressed with this whole line of blushes. They stay on, they stay in place, and I was impressed. I love it. I have a whole review and swatch video of that entire line. If you're interested, I can link it below. All right, next one. This is actually a drugstore dud. This is the Boots No. 7 Lash and Brow Perfector. Now, I don't hate this, but I don't love it. And here's what I'll say. It's just a clear brow gel. It's kind of looking gross and brown, so I don't think I'm going to show a close-up because honestly, it grosses me out when people show close-ups of their like weird brow gel. But the brush is really, really tiny and it comes to a point. I love that. I wish every brow gel came with the brush exactly like this because you can really get in there and brush through your brows and even go back through and kind of push the hairs down that maybe are sticking up where they shouldn't. But it just doesn't really hold. For a while I didn't mind it, and I think I've mentioned this before, kind of in a pleasant light because the brush is so good. But now that I've used it some more, I've just realized that by the end of the day, my brow hairs are just kind of wonky and everywhere. And I'm like, why is that? And then finally I realized, duh, it's this. It's not holding it where it needs to. And that is the entire purpose for a brow gel. So as I've used it more and more, I've kind of changed my tune on it. So take that for what it is. Part of me wants to clean off the brush and just dip it in like all my other brow gels that I like. But so another drugstore favorite. This is from Wet n Wild. It's their Color Icon Single in Brulee. This used to be a cult classic on YouTube. Like everyone was talking about it for like ever because it's like a penny. They're so cheap and it's just a matte light cream powder. And so if you've got a skin tone like mine, this is the perfect like neutral color as like a base for your eye look. I actually use this almost singularly for right under my brow bone because look how pigmented it is. On my light skin, you can even see this swatch. That's how like pure matte nude this is. So I love that. It is so perfect. It's just so good. All the Wet n Wild shadows are good, but this is like a standout knockout. Like it's always sold out. There's a lot of outs. It's always sold out when I see it in stores. I actually got this at the Dollar Tree. If you haven't seen my Dollar Tree haul, did I mention this in that haul? Did I forget? I don't know. But if you haven't seen my Dollar Tree haul of makeup that they're selling there, they've got like Physicians Formula and like all kinds of name brands there. I'll link that below as well because that was really fun shopping there. Next favorite is kind of a random brand I've never heard of. This is Skone Cosmetics, S-K-O-N-E. And it's their Insanely Intense Tattooed Waterproof Eyeliner. This came in one of the subscription boxes I unboxed on my channel. And it's a felt tip liner. It's super black and it is definitely waterproof. This I kind of struggle to remove at the end of the day, but I'm kind of like, yes, that's exactly what I want. And I want an eyeliner that does not budge. Especially like today I did a little bit of a wing. Doesn't move all day. I could cry, wouldn't matter, doesn't move. I love this stuff. It's like seriously rivaling, if not better, than my Stila Stay All Day waterproof liner that I'm obsessed with. A lot of you guys are telling me to try out the Kat Von D tattoo liner, which I have not tried. So that's kind of on my like bucket list of makeup I need to try maybe within the year. Because I've heard it is also amazing. And I'm like, that is like, if I have like 1 to 2 makeup items only, liquid liner is one of them. Like a felt tip, really good black waterproof one. So I was so impressed. I've been using this exclusively for the past few weeks. I love it so much. I better get it off before. It already dried, watch. Like I literally am, that is incredible. I'm not sure exactly where it's sold, so I'll definitely find it online to link it because I don't think that's a brand that's necessarily sold in a lot of stores. Another favorite, this is the Boots No. 7 lipstick, and it's their Moisture Drenched Lipstick in Romantic. I know I've mentioned this before as well because I love it. It looks like what I'm wearing today, but I'm actually today wearing one of the Katy Kat matte lipsticks. I kind of mixed Sphinx with Kitty Purry, these two. I'm doing a swatch video of this next, so also look for that. This is just such a beautiful, moisturizing, beautiful color lipstick. It's just comfortable, and I feel like everyone's so focused on matte right now, and sometimes it's so drying. And you know, I've kind of just been leaning towards just Rego lipsticks that are just comfortable. They have a little bit of that, not shimmer, but just like moisturizing quality to it. I kind of love that. So I'm going back to that, away from all the matte. Of course, I'm about to do that video, but still. I just really liked it. I was very impressed. So if you have a Target near you that sells Boots No. 7, definitely try it out. But speaking of Boots No. 7, I have another dud. This is the Stay Perfect Long Lasting Volume Mascara from them. And I was like, oh my gosh, this packaging is so cute. I bought a ton of Boots products to try out. And I'm still trying the last few out to be able to do my video on it because I wanted to have a really thorough feel of all the products I'm going to show in the video. And the brush looked kind of promising. It's kind of got the silicone type plasticky fiber bristles. No, you guys, it literally did absolutely nothing. Like, it was one of those mascaras that you put it on and you're like, did it even go on? So you dip it back in. And then it dries weird and your lashes all stick together. So you have like 4 lashes and they're not even that black and they're not curled. And you're like, what just happened? I had to start over when I used this. So then on another day, a day that I wasn't like trying to get ready for work, I tried it again. It was on a weekend and it did the same thing a couple weeks later. And I thought that gave it some time to maybe dry out just a little bit, get some air in it. No, this stuff is so bad, you guys. Now, if you've tried this and you figured out a way to make it work, let me know because I haven't had it that long. And if it's a matter of maybe it needs more time to dry out or maybe there's a secret, let me know because I'm like, dang it. But stay far away. All right, the last 2 are kind of more high-end favorites. So this one is from MAC and it's their Pro Longwear Concealer. This is an industry favorite for a reason. It has the best coverage, but the lightest weight. I feel like so many concealers that I love, like there's the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. I love that stuff, but it is very thick and it's very tacky, like literally sticky tacky. Whereas the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, it has honestly maybe even better coverage, but it's not tacky at all and it's really thin. It's really lightweight. Now, I will say this creases a little bit. So like today I used it and I kind of did that classic triangle here under my eye. And after I actually use a brush to kind of blend it in, and after I let it sit, I'll see that there, like where my fine lines are, there's a little bit of creasing. So usually I'll just take this finger, my ring finger, and just push it in, and then it's gone. And there's no more creasing. So I think it might have like 1 instance of creasing, and then usually it's okay. Now a lot of times I'll still set it with some kind of powder just to make sure it stays in place, but this stuff is amazing. You can use it for concealer. You could use it like if you wanted to do kind of like highlighting on your face, you could get a lighter color of this for your skin tone and use it that way. I mean, it is incredible. It stays in place all day. It's just perfect. It is absolutely perfect. If you have like a wedding coming up, a prom, some sort of special event, it doesn't have SPF, so it won't do a weird flashback thing. I love this stuff. All right, last thing I'm gonna mention, and this was the most shocking to me of all. I thought I would absolutely hate it. I'm gonna be very, very candid. This is the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette. I'm of the school of thought that like I really used to like cool tone eyeshadows. I like neutrals, duh. I usually use kind of lighter colors, just in general. You guys know that about me. So when I saw this with like the weird, in my opinion, obviously, with like the weird blue shade in there and like it had some pretty colors, but I just thought it was a weird combo. Well, Too Faced sent this to me with some other stuff a while ago. And I got it and I'm like, you know, I do like the original Too Faced chocolate bar palette. I love the smell, but you know, I've never really had my eyes set on this. I didn't buy it ever for a reason. I just didn't think I'd like it. I might like this more than the chocolate bar palette. I started really looking at it and I was trying to look at each shadow individually and think, okay, like how can I wear this? How do I want to wear this? Now the blue I haven't really tackled. These other like glittery shades I haven't really tackled either. But these shades are gorgeous. These right here, this whole bottom row, which I'm holding it upside down, but this row right here is so gorgeous. They're all, I mean, this Butter Pecan, the big shade I'm wearing on my lids today, it's just this gorgeous kind of yellowish color, which is a nice change from like the, like kind of not silvery, but kind of like champagne color I usually wear. That's like a little more ivory than this. Bon Bon is a new favorite. It's the one I'm actually wearing almost all over the place. It's like this kind of amber rose gold type color. Rum Raisin is so pretty. It's like a kind of a pewter brown. They have like Mousse, which is like a perfect medium brown. They have Puddin', which is like a cooler tone brown, but then they have a warmer tone one up here, which is truffled. So they have covered everything in this palette, and I love that about it. I think what really threw me off is the fact that it had the blue with there, and it just like, the colors didn't go well together, and it bothered my, like visually it bothered me. So I love it now, and I can't believe that I love it, but I do. And of course, Too Faced shadows, it's actually one of my favorite brands of shadows because they're so creamy, they blend so beautifully, and they don't budge. So hopefully this video was enjoyable for you. Those are all of my favorites and kind of unfavorites for this month. And I hope that you'll catch my other videos on my channel and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.